Well, the time has come, guys. This thing is ready for disassembly. We're gonna start by taking all the wiring harness off and all this plastic garbage that we don't want to keep, and then we're gonna take the trans off because we're not using that. So let's get at it and have a little fun. So we got most of the wiring off. There's some still underneath. I kind of want to save this harness. I don't know why, but I kind of want to save it for maybe someone needs it. So I'm gonna jack up the motor. I'm pulling off all the top stuff because I have a plate right here. So bye-bye intake manifold. We're gonna lift this thing up and get this trans right off of here. As you can see, I got a little carried away, but I figured out how to pull the harness off, and most of the belt assembly's off. The water pump just needs to come off. I was trying to avoid that, and then I realized, I have a camshaft to put in, so obviously that has to come off. But we're gonna get all this ugly stuff out of the way and maybe pull the heads off before we jack this thing up. Of course, got even more carried away and stripped off even more. So now it's time for the dreaded trans removal. I'm having nightmares from last time I did this on my boss's truck a few months ago, so I really wanted to wait till the last to pull the trans off, but a couple of buyers want it, so we'll have a bidding war or something, and we'll get this thing out of here. Who wants this garbage anyway? Here she is! Basically completely disassembled, minus the front timing assembly, so I can throw the cam in. But this thing is basically ready to go on the engine stand and have some fun with. I'm getting excited. Don't worry, guys, I skipped through the tear down because honestly, you know, you just follow the bolts and you pull it apart and then you kind of organize the stuff. Don't worry, guys, we're not gonna skip around like we did with this. We're gonna show you everything by putting this together and how it's gonna fit in the Jeep. So stay tuned. We'll get the engine stand over here, we'll throw it on, and we'll start making this thing pretty again. Finally all naked and ready to start throwing some parts in. As you can see, I just put this head on here to get it out of the way from over there, but I swapped these already with some BTR valve springs, and we're gonna do the same for this one. You see, I got my trusty dusty eBay special tool here. I think it was like 20 bucks. So you take this right here, slide this on here. Well, first you take off the rockers, of course. You put this bracket on. You got this right here. This slides on here. And you tighten that down. So today's a new day, and I stopped at home and I grabbed some of my fancy parts and I threw them on just to see how it looks. And man, there's nothing like throwing shiny parts on a junkyard motor. It looks pretty now. I also grabbed the cam, so we're gonna lube that up and throw that in there and see how it works. Now, the cam that was in here was a single bolt camshaft. That camshaft that I got is a 3-bolt, so hopefully I ordered a timing gear for it and it should just bolt right in. It's the same 58X for the cam sensor, so should just be a straight through, easy peasy swap. Let's get some gloves on, fill that thing up with some assembly lube, and slide that bad boy in. As you can see, guys, here's the free camshaft that we got. It is a BTR Stage 2 truck cam, and we're gonna stick it in here and make sure that it slides in nice. It's been used before, but it looks like there's absolutely no wear on the thing, and the only reason it was taken out was because it wasn't aggressive enough. So let's start on this side and just start lubing each one as we go.
Hey buddy, do you happen to have like a real hammer, like a little baby sledge?
Sorry guys, got a little distracted. Helping a couple people outside, so I'm trying to do something in the street and I just couldn't let them do that. It was too busy, so I told them, you know, go in our driveway, use whatever tools you want and get it done. They're on their way to Vegas from New Jersey, so of course we're gonna help them out. Now, time to go to the next one. Glove caught. 2 more to go. One more. Now this last one, I like to use a little trick to help me straighten it out. This right here seems to slip super nice into here. So we can keep it as a straightener because it's gonna want to drop again on us. There we go. Like a glove. It's like it's supposed to be. Look at that, guys. It's kind of like I know what I'm doing. Camshaft's finally in. And it's been a few days, but I've been waiting on this magical piece right here. If you saw before, this was a 3-bolt camshaft, and the one I took out is a 1-bolt. So I had to order this. Thankfully, GM's, everything's got everything for them. We don't have to make anything or try to find something that works. They got everything we need. So we got this going right here, and we're gonna set this up and clean up the timing cover and get it back together, because as you can see, I'm trying to cover up everything. The less crap we get in here. This kid over here is making aluminum dust, so we don't want to get that in here. We want to keep it clean a little bit at least. Even though it is a junkyard motor, I want it to last. baby is ready to go. Now she's basically all back together and ready to go. We got the heads bolted down. I just put these valve covers on again just to keep everything clean, and I gotta take a picture for, you know, the cover photo for the YouTube video. So I'm gonna prettify it a little more, throw my intake manifold on it, do the coil packs. But basically, she's ready to go back in. I can put the exhaust manifolds on in there already. Basically, this thing is ready to go in. I don't have to do anything else outside of the Jeep. I could have honestly done all this inside the Jeep too, but it would have been a lot easier on the block, which we did. So guys, if you want to see this thing go in a Jeep, then tune in next time, because we're going to be shoehorning this thing right in there.